Hello, Magi, and welcome back to another Top 10. So long ago, we had to walk to everywhere we needed to go. Later on, we learned to use animals to help with transportation, and eventually vehicles like cars, boats, and planes. In Gensokyo, the humans are very limited in that option. At most, probably a horse or some other animal. For the main girls and the yokais, they can fly, which is nice. But sometimes they want to spice things up a bit. So we're going to be looking at the unique creatures the girls use when they're too lazy to fly and prefer to ride in style. So without further ado, let's begin the top 10 Mounts Touhou pictures. Number 10. Now Yomu is a very diligent person, always taking her task very seriously. A respectable trait. Although it can be pretty damn hard to accomplish with a boss like Yuyuko. Don't know how she does it, but bloody damn am I impressed by it. When it comes to accomplishing tasks or handling incidents, there's only one way Yomu should approach them. I mean, when you have your phantom half hovering over you at all times, you might as well start to use it like this. Honestly, I have no idea if this can be done, but you gotta admit, that would be cool to try. Now you just need to find a phantom and you're good to go. Number 9. Sumuriko is different from the rest of the crew as she's from the outside world, meaning she has the options to use any other method of transportation which will make it easier to get to her destinations. Things like cars, boats, and planes would probably be concepts most of Gensokyo's residents would never understand, which I can't blame them one bit. Even so, with the access Sumuriko has, there's one thing in Gensokyo the outside world does not have, which I'm pretty damn jealous. When making this list, I was hoping for Yarormyr's transformation to show up on this pool. I am so glad it was, and you gotta admit, Yarormyr looks like a pretty cool option. It would certainly be a lot more exciting than your average car, that's for sure. Number 8. Good old Tenchi. Earthquake causing, bored as fuck Celestial. What's unique about her is that when it comes to moving in fast speed, she doesn't need to fly in a sense. She just uses her rock or keystones if you will and let that do the job. It's pretty funny when you think about it, using a rock, of all things, to help you maneuver in the air. Never thought you'd see that. And that's pretty lit. But what Tenchi's using is a bit more heavier than her rocks, I think. Now this actually works really well. If you remember back in Antenemy, Dream Tenchi actually used a catfish in battle. And that catfish was originally part of Mei Ling's dream. So it's nice to see the fish back in all its glory, riding into battle with Tenchi, however well that will turn out. Number 7. Chiruno can certainly be cocky. When you call yourself the strongest, you better be able to back it up. She doesn't always get the best results, but when she does, it's not bad, honestly. The best one I can think of is Hidden Star. Now that was a weird incident, especially for fairies, but hey. She managed her own against Okina, and that's no small task, mind you. So let's see what the strongest mountain looks like. Now I'm no expert when it comes to fishes, but I don't recall fishes growing up to the size of children, or at least your average ones anyway. I would have commented on Chiruno's height, but I've already seen it in print work and she's short. Yeah, but not to a goldfish level. But hey man, if it's the strongest mount, who am I to argue? Number 6. When it comes to the Moria Shrine, we think of Sueko, Kaneko, and Sanae, the 3 goddesses there. One of those goddesses, Sueko, has quite the love of frogs. I mean, her entire bloody character is a motif about frogs, and fuck, she's not even a frog goddess. That's how much she likes them. So with a little bit of magic or god powers, they're able to make shit happen. Especially this. Like I mentioned earlier, I'm no expert when it comes to animals, and we all know how small these little guys are. I'm just saying god powers can really make stuff happen, although I can't imagine the amount of insect this guy is gonna need to eat to sustain itself. Glad I don't have to deal with that part. Number 5. Shimyumaru is quite the small gal, if you thought Chiruno was small. Oh boy, let me tell you about the little princess. So she's unique as she's perhaps one of the smallest when it comes to the cast. With that in mind, it does give her some unique options when it comes to animal companions, a lot of them being quite adorable, mind you. This mount, on the other hand, is not my favorite. That is most certainly not cute. Fuck, it's more vicious if anything. I think it's an ant. Whatever the case may be, let's just say messing with Shimimaru would not be the wisest thing. Hell, she might call an army. You never know. She is a princess after all.
Number 4.
If there's one person you don't want to fuck with, it would be Flandre. 1, she's a vampire. Vampires have busted physical capabilities, speed of a Tengu and strength of an Oni. Yeah, overpowered. But they do compensate for the huge pool of weaknesses, so that's something. Not only that, she has the power to destroy anything, so her vampire body is almost irrelevant with that kind of ability. If you thought that was bad enough, you ain't seen nothing yet. Like, one powerhouse vampire wasn't tough enough. Now we gotta throw in a planet-busting, god-beating person like Goku? Like, fuck you, man! To be fair, if there was ever a person that could tackle Flandre, Goku would probably be a safe bet. Either way, messing with any of these two will be bad for your health.
Number 3.
Now, Youkai Jesus, aka Byakuren, is a very kind person. I mean, she's called Youkai Jesus for a reason. Byakuren's pretty dope, as a bunch of yokais went about and did everything they could to free someone they cared about. And it turned out pretty well considering Byakuren's appearances in the print works and fighters. So good on her. Plus, she has the Buddhist crew on her side. And trust me, you don't want to mess with them. Let me show you why. Byakuren's really happy there. In her defense, however, if you have a target who's willing to let you ride them, I think that deserves a smile. This is pretty funny. Sho is the closest thing to any form of seriousness, and the rest of the crew are in their Hakutaku form. Not that I'm complaining, however, that's just bloody adorable. So if you ever think about messing with Byakuren, watch out, her crew's got her back.
Number 2.
This next picture is gonna involve another member of the Miyurin crew. And hell, it could even be considered more adorable than the last picture, if that was even possible. Well, Nue has certainly made a new friend. From tigers to elephants, the Miyurin crew knows how to roll in style. The crayon look and aesthetic really gives it that cutesy feel. It really sells on it. Although I have to ask, if elephants are a thing in Gensokyo, my educated guess is that there's a 99.99% chance of no elephants there. But hey, I could entirely be wrong. We might have some weird or random elephant yokai in the future, you never know. Zune does whatever he wants. If he ever does though, he should take this picture for inspiration. It could help. Or not. But there's always hope, right?
Number 1.
The Grassroots Yokai Network, which only involves Wakisaka Hime and Kagero at the moment, is a... You know, I don't know what the fuck it is. Nothing's ever been mentioned about it except for its members, the two I just mentioned. Okay, forget about the network, let's just focus on these two girls. They're friends, I think. They know each other from the network, but it's not directly stated if they're homies. Either way, let's just show a picture of them being epic. This is the amphibious yokai Kagehime, Kagewaka's miraculous network, land dash mode, underwater cruise mode. Our forces are overwhelming. We can fight for 10 more years. I didn't know anything about your group, but after seeing this, you piqued my interest. You gotta give them props for overcoming the other shortcomings. Now that's teamwork if I ever saw it. But yeah, that's gonna conclude this list. Which pictures were your favorite? Would you be down to ride Mecha Dormy? Do you think Flandre and Goku is a totally busted duo? Or do you think the Miyurin crew has the cutest mounts? If you guys enjoyed this episode, please give it a like and subscribe, or else Shimimaru might come after me. And no matter how small they are, I would prefer not to be attacked. Either way, this is Magi, and thanks again for watching.